Hey everybody, welcome back to the Ball Does Lie podcast. I'm your host, Brendan, joined by Amir. Amir, good to see you today.
Good to see you as well, man. How you
Um,
doing?
Doing good, man. We're about a quarter of the way into the season. Teams are kind of rounding out into shape. Players are starting to kind of make their mark. And I think I'd like to talk to you about the awards here already. I know we're just about 25, 30 games into the year, but would love to get your take on who you would vote for if you had a ballot for MVP, Rookie of the Year, Most Improved Player, and Coach of the Year. We got a lot of interesting candidates between those four events, and a lot of fun kind of conversations we could have around those awards. So I want to ask you, we'll start with MVP. Who do you see winning MVP this season?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's definitely between two guys, SGA and Joker, and I would honestly give it to Joker, but I don't think he's going to win it. I'm doing it based on who I think is going to win it. I think that's SGA just because of the start and the impact that he is having on the Thunder as the number one seed in the West, 24-1, tied the franchise record or tied the NBA record for the best start ever. This team might not lose anytime soon, which is insane. Just so based on the way he is performing individually and based on team performance, because that's what you weigh out, right? Like if you took this guy off this team, the Thunder are not going to be 24-1. They'd still be a damn good team, I would say, but they are not a juggernaut without SGA. Same with Jokic, but like I still think they could survive a little bit better without Joker, even though he does everything,
Really?
which is insane
Okay.
to say out loud. But
Okay.
SGA is averaging again 32 points per game, 6.5 assists, 4.6 rebounds. He's shooting 56% from the field. He's shooting 45% from 3-on-5 attempts. He is a foul merchant. I do love SGA. I hate that part of the game. He's kind of flops, but that's what superstars do. He gets that superstar BS whistle. But the Thunder are just so damn good, and he is the leader of that team. And so I'm going to give him the smallest edge because of how good the Thunder are doing compared to the Nuggets. Even though I think Joker technically all around is a better player, but also arguing with myself, SGA is a better defender than Jokic is. I would say Jokic is lucky that he doesn't really have to
Different
defend.
defender, but yeah.
You know what I mean? Like SGA has to guard a lot like of wings and guards in the NBA versus Joker. Like he's not playing in the 90s. He's not playing against the Ewings and the Zoes and the Shaqs and the Olajawans, right? Like where he could get cooked theoretically. Like the guy that would cook him is always hurt. That's Embiid. There's not too Anthony Davis is always hurt. Bam Adebayo plays well against him, but he still does good enough, I guess. But I don't know. I'm just gonna say SGA for now. Who would you
Okay.
say would be your MVP?
Yeah.
Let
And
me
like you
flip it
said,
back to you.
yeah, like you said, it's a two-horse race right now, kind of like it is with their teams. It's really between the Thunder and the Nuggets. I like Jokic. I don't agree. I don't think the Nuggets can really survive without Jokic. I think if he goes down, the entire Nuggets season, I think would go down the tubes. Um, but Jokic is just he does everything, um, everything for this team. You run all your offense through him. He's an efficient scorer. He always makes the right play. I don't think I've ever seen Nikola Jokic make a wrong basketball decision. Very similar to how LeBron plays. Guy just will always make the right basketball play. And as you said, Jokic is shooting in what the mid to high 50s from the floor. Jokic is shooting 61% from the floor right now on 29 points, 12 boards, and 11 assists. He's averaging a triple double on an insane efficiency level. Um, and I can't imagine a better player. He took this Thunder team to 7 games really by himself last year with Aaron Gordon on a hurt leg. Um, I pick Jokic. I think he's the best player in the world. Don't really think it's that close, to be honest. And I think he will win another MVP this season. And I think the Nuggets and the Thunder are going to be the two teams we see in the Western Conference Finals. I think it's going to be because of Jokic. I think he's just that good.
Can't argue against that.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with that, man. Well, two incredible options though, because as you said, Shea is just a complete offensive engine by himself. So if Shea were to win it again, I'm not mad at it at all. Two really really great players for the league. All right, so moving on to Rookie of the Year. Um, a little bit more of a roster we can pick from within there. I think two horses are still kind of starting to make their way up. But who would you have for rookie of the year so far this season?
I guess Cooper Flag. I don't follow the rookies too closely, so I know he's number one. He's back on the leaderboard as the projected rookie of the year. He's averaging 17 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. He's shooting 48%, which is pretty good for a rookie. But yeah, in general, he's been as advertised as the number one pick. He's 18 years old, like still one of the youngest guys in the NBA. His IQ is off the charts for a first year guy. He has great defensive instincts. He has great anticipation, and you can see the game is like slow down for him, like already, like at this quarter point of the
Absolutely.
game. He's improving, especially in the month of December. Um, he's been playing a lot better. He's averaging 20.3 points per game this month, shooting almost 90% from the free throw line. His 3-point shooting is not great in December. It's at 25%. But yeah, in general, it's just if he cleans up the 3-point shooting and plays the way he's playing right now as a two-way player, I just find it hard for anybody else to beat him. I guess the saving grace for him and Khan, I would say, who I think would be second in the running at this point, is they play for both bad teams right now, so they have every incentive to play them as much as humanly possible. But they're also top five picks. Both are top four picks.
Yep.
So you should be playing them anyway as much as you possibly can, because in general, you're a bad team. But we know why the Mavs got Cooper Flag is because of the rigged Luca trade, because that team should not have the number one pick or even the top 10 pick, in my opinion, obviously. But anyway, I'm going to go with Flag. Who do you got?
I have his Duke teammate, Con Knipple. You kind of alluded to him. He started the year off really hot. He is cooling down a bit here in December. Went from averaging just about 20 points a game in November. That's now kind of regressed down to 18. He's averaged 16 and a half this month. His shooting splits are a little down as well, but still shooting 40% from the 3-point line on the year, which is just insane for a rookie, and 46% from the floor. And I think his offensive ability is pretty impressive for a rookie. And again, like you said, playing on a pretty terrible Charlotte team, so getting a lot of time to really discover his game, getting a ton of minutes as he should. I really like Khan's game. I kind of don't know who to even compare him to as a comp, but the guy just looks so composed already. Very similar to Cooper. I don't know if it's just like kind of that Duke background, but they both just look so good. And I've really liked Con Knipple. He's shocked me every game so far this year, honestly. So excited to see how they both progress. Two really good young players that I think are going to be really good for a long time here. Next, we got most improved player. This award is always a little strange. I kind of hate giving it. This is not any new point I'm making here, but I do hate when a guy that's drafted in the lottery ends
Yeah.
up inevitably winning this award. I like giving it to the more undrafted guys or the unknown guys. So, who
Yeah.
would you have for your most improved coming into this season?
Next year is going to be Cooper Flag.
Yeah, or VJ Edgecombe, like it might be.
Oh, yeah. Like, because next year I'll be like, who's your most improvement pick? Cooper's averaging 26 a game,
Yeah,
nine rebounds, 5 assists. Like,
it's
that
tough
leap.
because objectively, yeah, he is like those
He should
guys
have that
have
leap.
been most improved, but
He should have that leap.
exactly, we
He
expect
should.
that leap
You
from those
expect
guys.
him
We
to be the most
expect it. You
improved
draft
from
them
his
there because
rookie
you
year,
expect that.
from a superstar potential guy, like, which he is, like someone as advertised, like I mentioned. You should expect them to be the most improved. Basically, they should
Yeah,
take that leap, because it's still hard to be a rookie unless you're LeBron James, right? There's a few rookies that came out the gate like LeBron did,
ready to go. Yep.
just purely ready to go. So
Yeah.
everybody makes that leap. But my guy would be Jalen Johnson, who was a late, draft pick
Love that.
with the Hawks. Before his injury last season, he was playing really well, and he kind of went from a role player in his third year, an improving role player, to now a two-way all-star caliber type player in the East. Like, the dude is amazing as a two-way force. He's efficient. You see him, he's rebounding at a high level. He's shooting the three ball at a high level. He's making the right plays with the ball. He's defending multiple positions. So he's super versatile. He's taking control of games in stretches. Offensively, averaging like 23 points per game. His playmaking has improved and skyrocketed, averaging 8 assists per game. Just this is what a most improved leap looks like from him, especially all around. We knew he was capable of the scoring, but still, the 23 points per game is not too shabby. That's
Not at
probably
all.
top 30 scoring in the NBA right there, top 25 perhaps. But also just the rebounding, the playmaking, the defense continues to play or to improve. Like his responsibility has went up, his production has gone up, his confidence has exploded. Trey is not even there, and they're still winning and staying afloat. Number
I mean,
9 in the
he's
East, one game
carrying the
third.
Hawks. Yeah, carrying them.
Unreal. So I'm gonna go with him as my MIP
Yeah, huge Jalen Johnson, man. That guy is a monster. Basically averaging a triple double this year too. He's been incredible.
for
There's a
sure.
lot of interesting players to choose from. I think for this award, it's kind of my favorite award so far this season because you have guys like Ryan Rollins with the Bucks, who were cut numerous times. He looks great. Your boy Jaime Jaquez looks great in the Heat's new offense. Jalen Duren, he could be an all-star this year. Even guys like Josh Giddey. Um, I really like Austin Reeves though, as kind of boring as that is to start the year. He's had a couple rough games these last two, but the guy's still averaging 28 points a game, 5 boards, 7 assists, and he's still shooting 50% from the floor, just giving the Lakers an insane level of scoring, and it's had to carry the Lakers in a few of these games. Like I don't think the Lakers record should be as good as it is based on this roster. And on nights where LeBron hasn't been there, obviously because he's about to turn 41, and Luca is Luca. There's only so much Luca can be expected to carry. Austin has just done an incredible job, and being an undrafted guy, this is like kind of that prime type of player I look to vote for in Rookie of the Year if I had a ballot. Or excuse me, most improved. So I'm going Austin Reeves. His game just gets better every single year. His shooting is insane, and just the way he runs an offense now is so impressive. And I can't imagine the Lakers expected him to be this good. And him being this good just makes the Luka trade look even more ridiculous. It gets more ridiculous by the day, seeing how good Austin Reeves is.
Yeah, he should be next to
Him and Coop.
no one. I was gonna say Kyrie's hurt. AD, I guess AD wouldn't be there, and then he wouldn't be next to Lively and who's out for the season.
Yep,
He should be doing this next to PJ and Daniel Gafford at this point right now, right?
should be. Um, all right, then our last award we'll talk about today before we go here is Coach of the Year. A lot of surprises so far this season, to be honest. Kind of a fun group of guys we could pick from. So, who do you have winning Coach of the Year?
Pistons baby, 19 and
JB.
5. JB Bickerstaff, man. That guy literally just brought this team back from the dead. Like, it doesn't hurt when you get the number 1 pick, Cade Cunningham, who's been playing also kind of at an MVP level at this point. Like maybe what, top 6 candidate in MVP? Would you say top
Oh
5
yeah, yeah. No,
for
I'd
sure?
put him
Just
in the top 5 for sure. Yeah,
top 5, right? At least.
almost tie. Almost tie. He could. He has a case to be in the top 3 right now. He does have a
Well, I
case.
my reason why I picked SGA over Joker was because of their record, like what they're
Yep.
doing historically, right? Like, so, and I corrected myself as I was saying, like, with Joker being gone, they could maybe stay more afloat. Probably not, actually. I mean, both of them are screwed. Both those teams are screwed, but I think the Thunder are just younger and better with the depth and chemistry and role and all that stuff. I think they would probably do better than a Denver would um, if
Yeah.
they lost their best guy. But anyway, um, JB just flipped the
Love it.
script. This team had a 28 game losing streak 2 seasons ago, I
Two
think.
years ago.
2
2 years
seasons
ago.
ago, 28 game losing streak, dude. 28 games. They've lost 5 games, and we're in almost mid December. Like, unreal. He's brought real structure, real accountability, real identity on both ends. Like, he's developing players like Jalen, like Duran is like becoming an all-star, to your point, right? Like, he is just organizing this franchise around Cade Cunningham, and their defensive scheme is just amazing. Their offense has been great, as Cade has definitely been playing at an MVP level and being a great scorer, facilitator, rebounder, and it's just crazy to see like how prepared this team has been and how they're closing out games in fourth quarters and finding ways to win versus
Mhm.
finding ways to lose 2 years ago. And he has to be the coach of the year at this point. Like, I
Yeah.
know they were sixth, so this is just real growth. Went from the worst team in the NBA basically 2 years ago to going to the sixth seed all of a sudden, like out, not even in a play in last year, and then going from sixth to first. Like, that incremental growth is insane. So
Yeah.
hands down, it has to be him.
Yeah.
Or I
I
mean, I don't know. Or there could be another guy, but
there could be. But to the JB point, also in the midst of the Malik Beasley scandal, that that could
yeah,
have been a huge
adding new
distraction. And
pieces too, getting Duncan
yeah,
Robinson in the mix and a couple other new players in there as well. Yeah.
yeah. Love JB, but yeah, there's another coach in Oklahoma City who is on pace to have the best record in NBA history. Mark Dagnall, I think, has been incredible, and I know he likely won't win the award just for how talented and deep this Thunder roster is, but I think he should get some of these flowers. He's been with this team during their kind of tankathon as they were building this roster, and to be able to sustain that level of losing, but then still build a winning identity and a winning culture, I think is really impressive. And a guy that knows how to put the right lineups into play. He did win Coach of the Year 2 years ago, but I think he is well positioned to win it again this year. They won 68 games last year, and they're on pace to shatter that, if we're being honest. And it doesn't matter who's in and out of that lineup. He seems to know who to play. He knows how to get these guys to buy in. And he has right now the scariest looking team we've seen since the 2017 Warriors. Well, we could talk about the 2016 Warriors as well, but this Thunder team is just on a mission, and it's hard to imagine them losing. I think in addition to SG, I think a big part of that is Mark Dagnall and the way he's been coaching this unit. But I don't know if you have any additional thoughts on that, but I think the fact that they have 24 wins right now, 16 straight, speaks volumes to the Thunder's case for giving him Coach of the Year.
I mean, he was part of the formula with Presti. Like, you got to be bad a little bit for a couple years. Like, you got to take a couple steps back before you can take one forward. Like, this is part of the modern NBA strategy, and they weren't like full tankathon, but like, you got to have a couple bad years and then own your picks, and then or own everybody's goddamn picks, and basically have a homegrown. You got to have a homegrown guy because you get to have a friendly contract. I mean, SJ is now on his second contract, but then you need to get lottery picks. You need top 5 lottery picks, and that's, did they have that with Jalen? Was what, a number 3 pick? Chet was like a top there. Chet was 5 or whatever, 3
Yeah,
also, like the two
all
guys in the
all
top.
lottery picks. You got to hit on these picks, which they did, but then you got to develop them, and
And then
that
have the
that
money and
falls
the
right in
space to
Mark
get
Dagnall's
veterans, and you
case.
add veterans around those guys like the Harkensteins and the Carusos and whoever. Um, and you got to have a good coach, obviously, which he obviously is, and help develop the players and construct a roster that makes sense and fits together, and then give them an identity on offense and defense, and best defensive team and best offensive team. I wonder if that's a winning formula, right? Being the best on offense and defense.
Yeah,
Okay, wait, defense wins
that's a
championships.
good
Cool.
strategy. That'll work.
Defense
I
wins
think that should
championships,
work.
right, Brendan? But then KD would be like, "Fuck that, offense wins because you got to fucking score to win. You got
That's
to
right. You
score
got to
more
get a
points."
bucket.
Well, I could do both, bitch. That's the Thunder. That's
Well,
part of
literally,
the.
it's the Thunder's MO. That's literally it.
That's what they
We
can
could
do,
do
and their
both.
coach has been implemented that identity into this team and this organization. So, yeah, I kind of like the balance between giving it to some player that like kind of completely flipped the script, but he's doing it consecutively now. So that's why I think for sure he should. The Thunder coach. What's his name again? I'm sorry, blanking.
Mark Dagnall. Mark
Mark.
Dagnall.
Yeah, Mark Dagnall should technically get it because he's just showing pure dominance back to back seasons, and coming off a championship and showing this hunger. But like what JB did, a team lost 28 games. And to turn it around quickly, like the Thunder, it took time. It took them like 6 years, you know what I mean, to do this. He's doing this in 2 seasons right now. one of the worst NBA losing streaks in the history of the game, and then takes them to the 6th seed and now to the 1st seed. Like that to me seems a little more impressive
It
than
does.
being that now. Like if JB does this again, if they win a championship and he's doing this again next year, then maybe I go to someone else, perhaps. Then it's kind of like that Mark Dagnall kind of situation. But either way,
Yeah,
both you can
both are
argue
great
both, man.
coaches.
Just like again,
You
that's like
could.
the SGA and Joker argument. It's tough, man.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah. I do also want to give a quick shout to Mitch Johnson with the Spurs to have to follow up a legend like Greg Popovich. He was kind of a close second in my eyes too. But the Spurs look incredible. No Wemby, they're still rolling. I think Mitch Johnson's done a great job too. But yeah, I got Mark Dagnall. I have no problem with JB Bickerstaff. The Pistons leading the East right now. No matter how good, I did think they were going to be good. I didn't think they'd be this good. So impressive start for the guys in Detroit.
For sure.
That's all I had for you today, Amir. I think we'll revisit this halfway through the season. We'll add in sixth man of the year, some of the other awards, maybe build out our all NBA teams. That's always fun. But want to thank you for giving me your 4 award winners in this segment.
Yeah, this was fun, man. Let's definitely do
All
it
right.
again with all NBA for sure.
Yes, sir. And thank you all for watching. And again, if you do like the content, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Just engage with us. Let us know what we're doing well. Let us know what we could work on. Just trying to give you all the best content we can. And thank you all, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.